Hello, everyone, and welcome to session 124 of Pokerole. We're back after a bit of a break. A lot has been going on, so we didn't play last week, hence the delay. But we are back in on play here today, this week, and we're going to be concluding the Sea Spray arc, maybe, probably, hopefully today, if we're not super slow. We'll see how it goes. But a lot happened last few sessions, a lot of action, and things are now winding down. So we're back in on it, and of course, before we begin, I will of course say that if you like the video, do think about giving a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can think about doing that as well. But if you really want to help out, think about coming over to Twitch. We're trying to reach a partner, but of course, we always need more people to do so. So if you feel like coming by, think about doing so, because it does help out a lot. And it's great to see new people. It's nice to talk to new people. So this is Raging Roast Beef, who showed up today. Thank you for coming by. We also have a pretty cool Discord community if you want to check that out. We have a Pokerole Discord as well that you can check out from the links to the first one. That's my main server over there. I have a coffee link if you want to help directly monetize my content. And I have a merch store if you want to buy some cool stuff, including some Tucker apparel, which finally somebody bought one of the Tucker apparels. That was the first time that somebody bought a Tucker thing. So that was cool. Links are all in the description. You can check them out at your leisure. That also goes to the Pokerole wiki, which you could see at this link, which is also in the description. If you want to catch episode recaps, or which are very useful, especially if you're behind on episodes, but you want to catch up quick, go read the episode summaries so you can catch up. But we also got bios, pages like that. A lot of good work being done by Inio and other people. So thank you very much for that. You can check it out there. But I do hope everyone on the table is doing well today.
Yep.
I'm doing ultra duper well.
Very good, ultra good.
Yep. I'm gonna be AFKing at my iron farm in Minecraft while we play, getting loads and loads of iron whilst we adventure.
As long as you can focus.
Yeah.
All that matters. I mean, to be fair. Oh, yes, Brooke did get a 5th point of vitality last session. He did. I think there were a few...
Oh, yeah, that's so long ago.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if there was any other stat changes in the end of last session. I don't think... No, I haven't spit with Tucker.
Ryda definitely got some stuff. I don't remember what
experience
it was.
4. Ryda you definitely spit something with Ryda. Let's see. What did you spend?
That's a good question. I don't remember.
Let's see, what do you have?
Alright, I only need 40 experience to max out all my stats. That's good enough.
40 left, huh?
Well, it wasn't a move.
I guess he should be at 3-9 since he was 2-8 previously. His current HP did not go up 2. Oh, vitality? Let's see. Does Brooke have more HP? 2-9. He's at 2-9 right now. Should he be at 3-9? Because he was a 2-8. I guess he should have 3-9.
Max. So.
Wait, no, he should still be at... Well, no, if somebody gains max HP, that doesn't increase their current HP. That would... Not that it really matters that much, but...
That is correct.
Yeah.
We'll probably get arrested here in a second anyway.
Yeah, it does not necessarily matter, but for purposes, you would not gain current HP for leveling up max HP necessarily.
Yeah, may as well answer that question as a mechanical generality, so... But yeah, Ryda, I know Tucker didn't... I didn't buy anything for Tucker, because I can see that I have a lot of experience, so... that is most certainly...
You all earned so much experience for this adventure.
We did. We really did.
Like, learning 2 moves amounts of experience.
And Tucker's been learning moves along the way, too, on this adventure.
Mostly because y'all completed a lot of combat.
I assume Ryder got a ton of points in Art Track to the HUD. Probably. It's probably not main stat stuff. It's probably side stat stuff. I feel like you did something with your fight survival contest, but I don't know.
I think I did too. I might have gotten another thing in fight.
Wait, isn't that illegal?
What?
What?
I thought you had to. I thought the fight survival contest stats always had to be one point away from each other.
No.
Oh, was I mistaken?
the skills dictate the limit of how high your specialty can be.
Oh, that's the correlation. Okay, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah. Ryda is able to have more alert because their alert comes from having stolen certain spectacles that they are now wearing.
Yeah, it hits the yellow dots, which are always temporary buffs of some sort, caused by an item or an effect.
Ryda wearing the bloody spectacles of their victim.
Honestly, I really should consider
So
adding
much
a yellow bank to the
context.
base table, because it's kind of... Temporary dots are kind of useful, actually. And did Tubby do any stat changes last session? May as well ask as well.
I don't think I did.
You got a lot of XP, so you probably didn't do
51,
anything.
So, if you did, it wasn't something that cost too much.
The main thing that's changed with Tubby is his inventory. Or Ralph's inventory, because
So
you got yourself
much.
a crossbow.
Hell yeah.
Yes, they stole a crossbow, which I don't think I ever statted out, but it's fine.
And the blitz chain, too, right?
Oh yes, the thing they took off Junior.
Yes. And the Earthshaker Pendant as well?
Oh yeah, I think that was from the right. I let everybody loot bodies at the end just because it's like, hey, these have some nice things. If you want them, you can have them.
And Ralph was like, it's free real estate, and just, like, took everything.
Hey, you got space in your bag, might as well.
Yeah, why not?
We could always sell
Stationary,
them.
you can sell it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Tucker has the Clodster Cleater piercing, too.
Yes.
Oh, one thing I did want to ask though, because I just thought about
I
it.
get
With
it.
the life orb, because it comes with the recoil, let's say if I use the life orb in place of the seer one, and Ryda had Echo Chamber up, does that mean they would take double the recoil,
Yes.
or just one instance?
Yes. You would take
Oy.
double recoil.
Ooh, that's speed, so it stacks.
That's
Well,
because
then
both
that's
moves.
the one go, and I die.
Oh, yeah, and right, I picked up a lot of the narcotics. I gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about that.
Interesting choice.
Per side.
But yeah, unfortunately, Echo Chamber would make it so you would get recoil on both instances of the move because both instances are getting the damage up.
Ouch.
I would also say that because it is not your Seer Orb, you probably cannot scry with the Life Orb, but that doesn't matter because you'll probably have the Seer Orb with you.
Just juggling orbs now.
I'm just noticing. Brooke's the only one that didn't go loot monger the last few sessions.
I have a few things, but I'm like carrying it now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Brooke grabbed the wide lens. He's far
Oh.
richer.
Oh, they're used. Oh, right. There's a usable item here. You switched out for that. Right.
Brooke has a
It's
ton
not
of
using-
held items.
That's true.
I do have a lot of hell items.
Yeah,
I
you
can
got
swap
interesting
them.
stuff.
Does it take a turn to swap hell items?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Tucker could, Tucker's got a garbage slot and a hold item slot. He could probably put some stuff on if he wanted to.
Alright, I used up the drink tag.
Do I have a hold item as well? Or is it just garbage? No,
I
a
think
life
we
orb, but that's
rolled-
kind of dangerous.
I think we ruled that because the cleaner piercing is a piercing, you couldn't use it yet.
Yeah, I have to, get somebody to help me fix it, I suppose.
Also, Kyrio and I discussed a certain thing that will free up one of his slots.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking item combining.
Wasn't sure if I went for that or not. I don't remember. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, I would have to look it up too. I just know we discussed it. I don't know if we
Yeah.
did anything about it just yet.
What does the piercing look like again? The Clodster piercing, so I could get an aesthetic idea.
Oh, do I have? It's this small silver piercing that it's basically one of those little pearl piercings, except it's just a silvery metal.
Ooh.
And it has a very slightly engraved Clodfather face on it. Or rather, a Clodsire face on it.
Okay. I like that. Okay, cool. I think
Second item that gives extra alert.
Tucker might re-engrave it before wearing them to avoid associations, but they do sound nice though.
You can certainly pay someone to do that. However, for the sake of the audience, I should probably do a recap.
That would be nice for me, too.
I kind of need a recap, too.
Recapping the session before last, the team made their way into Sandbar Blue's dark underbelly, and James the Wobbuffet, to put it politely, beamed Tucker with a bat, and everyone hated that. Hashtag cancel James. The party made their way through the candy making factory. They didn't do a whole lot there, but like the ones who were making it were not, the aggressive type. They were just there because it was what they were being paid to do, basically. Or forced to do, who knows. And then they encountered the Clodfather in his office. And there was a monologuing and a discussion. And then the Lampant that were in the room that I should have given everybody a chance to see what the heck they were doing. I was a bad storyteller in that instance.
Aw.
It's just going to be one of those things that I am always going to look back at and go, no, that was bad. But they used Smokescreen, and the Clodfather escaped through a secret door. And that was where session 123, My Little Friend, started. Ryda immediately charges through the secret door, and the rest of the party follows suit in pursuit of the Clodfather. As they pass through various twists and turns, they eventually see the glow of one of the Lampant ahead of them, and Brooke immediately takes action and uses Crunch to try and knock it out in case it attacks them. The attack is successful as the Lampant is shattered, allowing the team to continue without delay up the staircase. At the top of the staircase is another Lampant, which immediately releases a smoke screen in the party's direction, but it still gets immobilized by an ice shard from Brooke, pinning it to the wall. The party pushes through a door at the top of the stairs just in time to witness a bolt of lightning as they find themselves outside, in view of a battle undergoing between Deadeye and the Clawitzer. Brooke and Tucker are too distracted watching the battle, while Ralph and Ryda see the Clodfather outside of Sandbar Blue, and then re-entering the facility as a group of Wobbuffet remain outside. Ralph shoves through the Wobbuffet standing guard, and Ryda latches onto his back so that they can get through before the Wobbuffet block the way again, fending off Magnemite and Magneton authorities that have arrived on the scene. Meanwhile, Brooke and Tucker try to help out Deadeye with stopping the Clawitzer, who starts unleashing attacks that are attacking the general surroundings. As the Clawitzer takes notice of the two, they take cover within the crowd of Wobbuffet, as Brooke continues to attack Clawitzer with his own projectiles while Tucker supports him using the power of connection and tries to shield Brooke from any stray projectiles. Eventually, Brooke gets an idea and, using superpower, throws Tucker at the Clawitzer while commanding him to use Thunderfang. They also signal to Deadeye, catches Tucker, and, using the prior momentum, throws Tucker further while adding his own electric charge to the Thunderfang, which results in an impact that knocks out the Clawitzer. Tucker is able to take some items off the Clawitzer's unconscious body before moving to rejoin the others. Loot Puppy, go! With the Clawitzer defeated, Deadeye and Brooke can turn their attentions to helping the authorities deal with the Wobbuffets. Deadeye is visibly annoyed, grumbling over how the law enforcement had to get involved in the matter, since that means everyone is now going to have to stay around to give testimonies as to what happened. As Tucker rejoins the two, he looks around and notes that, fortunately, the Clawitzer's attacks, while leaving signs of damage, didn't destroy too much of the area. Then, he and Brooke both give their thanks to Deadeye, who responds by praising the two in turn. He suggests that he would be willing to battle Team Cheer after an impressive display like that, but Brooke apologizes and says that they're going to be leaving soon, so the battle will have to wait for another time. Then, he asks Tucker to explain what happened to the police, while he goes inside to check on Ralph and Ryda. As this whole event was unfolding, Ralph and Ryda enter the building after the Clodfather. They see him engaged in an argument with the Persian bartender. They also see the Whooper, who is seemingly trying to get past Philia to someplace backstage. You overhear the Persian, who is referred to as Guild, ordering the Clodfather to tell their grunts to leave, lest his bar be destroyed again from the ongoing battle, while the Clodfather scolds them for taking that tone with him. Using the argument as a distraction, Ryda and Ralph are able to grab the Clodsire using Psychic and pull them away from a group of Wobbuffet. Meanwhile, the Wooper warns Philly about continuing to get in his way before turning to Ralph and trying to attack him. However, they are instead caught by Ryda's own Psychic. Once both of the poison types are close enough, Ralph grapples the Clodfather and then sits on the Wooper to prevent both of them from escaping, the latter of which, unfortunately, poisons him. The Clodfather commands the Wobbuffet with him to attack Ralph and Ryda before attempting to break free using Earthquake, which severely damages the building. Guild, incredibly enraged by this, warns them about what he is about to do, and then places a tiny sprigatito called Thimble onto the counter, which gleefully begins to assail everything in sight with Bullet Seed. He also begins to start attacking indiscriminately with Power Gem, some of which are blocked by Wobbuffet trying to block any shots from hitting the grappled Clodfather. Ryda decides to prioritize using Hypnosis to put Thimble to sleep, and then they and Ralph are able to refocus and take down both the Clodfather and Junior. After that, they are able to dispatch the other Wobbuffet, as well as Guild, who had gotten carried away with venting his frustration on the disrespectful patrons. In the end, Ryda is the only Pokemon in the room fully conscious, with Ralph slowly waking up from using Rest, allowing them to walk up to the body of the Clodfather and repeatedly bashing it with their orb until they are no longer of this world. As they do, they let out a chuckle as Eternatus speaks in their mind, congratulating them on passing judgment on the villain. Philia steps out from their hiding place backstage and is surprisingly calm as they remark on how surprised Ryda would be so brutal. Ralph overhears this as he wakes up and asks if she's used to seeing the mob perform similar executions to troublemakers, which she admits is true. Though the Mafia is usually cleaner with such things. Philia then asks Ralph to release the Wooper that had been knocked out underneath his body, so that the police don't have to come across 2 dead bodies, as she offers him a Pecha Berry to cure his poison. Ah, that's why Ralph isn't poisoned, right? She was nice. She also apologizes for Guild's behavior, remarking how he can be very excitable whenever there's a threat to the establishment he is so protective over. Some Magnemite and Magneton then enter and start arresting the Wooper and Wobbuffets. Ralph and Ryda take some equipment from the Clodfather and Junior's body before too many Magnemite enter the building. It is at this point that Brooke enters Sandbar Blue and looks towards Ralph and Ryda upon seeing the state of the building, catching on quickly as to what unfolded. A Magnezone moves toward Brooke, less than amused that the group has again appeared in an area where there is wanton carnage, but the team tries to shrug it off and say it was just a case of bad luck that they were around. Magnezone is about to detain the group before a familiar voice speaks up, and Skitty walks towards Team Cheer to thank them for their help in this case.
Yes! Special Investigator Skitty has appeared upon the scene! Hooray! You are all now safe.
Yes. Safe and sound.
Nice. Also, I think it's important to note that there was a thing that happened between Brooke and Ryda in between sessions on the Pokerole server.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you all like me to read that out?
I
If you
would
would
like.
like.
It's a little long, isn't it?
Let's see. We all look at it. How long is it?
Not particularly long, I don't think.
How about this? It's a good way to promote the Discord where you could, the Pokerole Discord where you can read this stuff. But what I'll do, I'll put it on screen for a second. I'll just slowly scroll a little bit, and anybody who wants to read it can read it in post by pausing.
Works for me.
Okay, hold on a second. So yeah, this is in the Players Canon RP channel, which we have on our Pokerole server. One of many things you could check out if you join. but here's a sneak peek. There's other RPs as well that have happened here. Admittedly, not as many as some people would have liked, I suppose. I've been trying to get involved in them, but I just don't have time. But here is the extra scene that happened after session.
Also glimpses, if people want to see those too.
Glimpses, which are also effectively extracurricular lore and events, as well as history. I would say this RP here is pretty important. We can summarize. Why don't you summarize it, Ryda?
Okay. Essentially, Ryda had a heart-to-heart with Brooke about the details in terms of Brooke being the leader of Team Cheer and what that actually entailed and such. As, you know, Brooke being the leader, it's more than just I'm in charge of all of you. I'm bad at describing this because it's me trying to explain Brooke's mentality. For me, from my perspective, it was Ryda trying to wrap their head around, oh, my actions affect more than just me, and I should care more than just Brooke.
Yeah, Brooke's stance was more, I'm not just in charge of you guys, I am responsible for you guys. So anything you do basically comes back to Brooke.
Essentially, it was an important character for a moment for Ryda. And it will most likely influence their choices in the future.
Yep. Me and Kyrio talked about it a bit, so this will be interesting.
Oh, indeed.
Also, to leave comments to those who are wondering, like, oh, that's too small to read and stuff. Remember, this becomes a YouTube video later. You can always full screen the YouTube video later and give it a read, or you can, of course, join the Discord and read it there. It's much easier to read in person. But, all that being said, I have shared a bunch of art. I think there's a lot of art to share, actually. So, I think I'm ready to go. Let's see. Okay. So, things are calming down. It just occurred to me by flipping over the Clodfather's piece, I have now turned his smile upside down. Now he is not happy. So it's also important to note that the entire party is pretty much in the same place. The Clodfather is expired. Investigation police are here, and Tucker's actually the only one outside. Specifically because, what was the reason again that he didn't enter?
He was
being
talking
interviewed.
Oh, right, he was giving the report. Right, kind of probably filibustering the how's he have this misfortune of trying to take his run-on sentences as a report.
I imagine Skitty walking in might be enough for him to come in if he wants.
For the moment, Tucker is still outside.
Okay.
I forget. Did we end? Oh, I'm gonna put that back in the. There's the bag with all the little icons for the map.
Those. It's over here.
Oh, including like the team icons?
Yep.
Okay.
Should be, yeah.
Icons. Very good.
I'll double check.
There.
Yeah, they're all there.
I'm gonna move that. Save ourselves some memory space.
I wonder if the Woolbuffets are getting like group arrested or like.
Oh, it is madness. It is madness.
I imagine most of them have kind of stood down given everything that's happened.
believe I described... Oh, right, the Clawitzer had a bunch of Magnemite bound around them. I believe we literally did end with Special Investigator Skitty appearing.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, because it was a cool cliffhanger.
Yep.
Yes, hello. I am Special Investigator Skitty.
Shoot. Sorry, everyone, we are getting back into the swing of things.
I'm sure. Listen, if Edia will provide timestamps if needed, so it's fine.
It is fine. Also, everybody thank Ennio for their lovely work on the summaries. They are wonderful, as always.
Ennio.
And I'm sure the timestamps have helped a lot of people watching on YouTube who are like, I just want to get to where they start doing things. Very helpful. Thank you.
Yes. I do believe Skitty did reveal, however, that they had been everywhere in the city because they were investigating this whole deal.
Right, for anybody that forgets, we have seen Skitty in multiple roles around the city because they were doing private investigation.
Now, Officer Magnezone, please do not arrest these most helpful people.
The Magnezone's expression does not change. They just tilt forward ever so slightly, as if they are sighing in exasperation.
Skitty just doing the little squeaky pitta-patta walk up to the group. Oh! Patta, patta, patta.
They go and look at the body!
Well, this is a wrinkle in my plans. But it is okay. We have the small one.
Turns to look at Junior.
Is Junior still fainted? I can't remember if he woke up.
I think the Whooper is still fainted.
It is most unfortunate that we no longer have the leader to confess to their crimes that we have cut them to. But it is okay. Now, how about all of you explain why you are here? And why you have gotten very involved in this very much mess. Yes.
They look around, tail swinging from side to side.
Oh, hello, Miss Vidya. Why are you here?
Oh, hello, Skitty-Doll. I'm just here as a proprietor of entertainment.
Squinty, skitty eyes looking up at Philia. Stare. Okay, I will believe you. For now. Skitty eyes open ever so slightly. You have a reputation, Miss Pretty Flower Lady Philia. But you seem very nice, so I will believe you.
Eyes close again.
Can you please wake up the person?
That's going to take a fair minute, Investigator Skitty.
This is okay. Please go ahead and awake them. Take your time. I will now speak with Team Cheer. Also Deadeye, maybe.
Looks at Deadeye. Deadeye glares.
Maybe not Jedi.
It's Deadeye. Word salad!
Maybe not Deadeye.
Also, it is okay if people need to type. It is fine. Would you like me to read things out, by the way?
I can read this. When Skitty asks what Team Cheer is doing here, you answer. Well, as a gladiator, I noticed some weird stuff happening during battles in the arena. Dede agreed that something was up, and so one thing led to another, and here I am.
Brooke, please make a cool contest. We'll say perform.
Let's see. 7. It's not entirely a lot.
Mhm.
As I just turn on one of the Sea Spray Town things and put the volume down so I have something in the background.
This is true. I noticed when I was in the arena before they kicked me out that I was seeing many Pokemon doing strange things in their battles. It is unsurprising the champion would notice this. Yes. This explains Deadeye. And explains you. This is okay.
They look at the Magnezone.
These two are clear.
Special investigator, that is not exactly a full interrogation.
They are clear. I have an intuition about these things. Also, this is my jurisdiction, so this is my decision.
This is
The
my
Magnus-
jurisdiction, sing-song noise.
The Magnezone's central eye lowers just a little bit. Incorrect. This is your case. Our jurisdiction. Authority is acknowledged.
Good.
And then they are going to look toward Rida and Ralph. Though I will let Kyrio finish taking.
Alright, guys, time to discuss legal jurisdictions in the Pokemon universe. That'll be a good stream. I would enjoy that one a lot.
Oh, by the way, Tucker, the Pushian outside, is with me.
Oh. Why would you bring a child with you on such a dangerous investigation?
He's a member of my team.
Oh, okay. If they are a pioneer, then it is fine.
The Magnezone looks wholeheartedly like that is not the case.
Brooke
But
grins,
also-
accepting this as true.
but also, like, there's another child here, stares at tiny sleeping Sprigatito.
Right.
Oh yeah, how is Guild doing?
Oh, he's fine. He was put to sleep.
Oh right, they were asleep. That's right.
Yeah, Rida managed to sleep them. Philia's just rummaging through her bag looking for a Chesto Berry. It's fine. She's fine. Technically, Brooke has one if he wants to use it, but also Philia can probably stand to eat the cost.
I also feel like I should note with Brooke having to explain why they're there and doing that role. I should note that Tucker is really giving a very literal, here is what happened. So he's not really going to affect such, sleight of hand or any sort of special talk. He's just giving a very
yeah.
literal, here's the events.
I'm not lying exactly.
I know.
I'm leaving it up to Rida to get themselves out of this one.
Oh yeah. I know that Brooke was not lying in any capacity. It was just a matter of how much does Skitty believe that you have little and less to actually do with this?
Right.
Because clearly somebody had something to do with this. It just wasn't Brooke.
Mhm. I don't know
Also,
how much I can cover for Rida and Ralph, to be honest.
That is fair. They're going to have to cover their own behinds. Also,
There's a
Tucker.
lot to cover.
Yes. Also, Tucker being completely honest with the Magnemite and Magneton outside is probably doing the team favors.
It also has no effect on the inner situation, though, because part of that honesty is also I don't know what happened inside. I didn't go in. So,
Which isn't untrue necessarily. At least partially.
No, it's completely true. So he's just saying it
You were
literally. So.
inside, just you weren't inside for what just happened inside.
Yeah, for
That is true.
for whatever happened after this point, basically after a certain point.
But yes, Skitty is going to now turn to Ralph and Ryda. They're going to glance at Ryda, and then turn their head over to Ralph first.
I would like your testimony first, please.
Oh, okie dokie. So there we were, talking to the gentleman who you found dead there, and we got our orb back. Good to see. He took Ryder's orb, as because he's a bully. He's a bad guy. He's a crook. He took the orb. But we got it back, and our leader ordered us to help apprehend him. Now it was a tense battle. Yeah, we got separated. Ryder and I chased him into the building here, and the rest of our team hung back to fight the goons outside. And I blacked out towards the end of the battle, Just knocked out.
I see. But how in every continent did you manage to speak with this now dead person?
Oh, we talked to him before he was dead, of course.
Oh no, I understood that part. I understand that sometimes I may appear as though I am not very smart and not always understand the dead and sometimes the hurt and soon dead, but I do. You see, I worked in the hospital before, if you do not remember me. I was still Special Investigator Skitty back then, but you knew me as Nurse Skitty. I am the one that told you that you would not be the dead soon.
Innocent smile. Hey, Ralph. Oh no, continue, actually. We haven't reached a point where anything will be contradictory.
Yes. And right, yeah, in any case, let's see, we talked to, we got the orb back, and then we fought the goons,
Yes, but Skitty wants to know how you managed to talk with this person.
Oh, right. Oh, yes. How I talked to them. We had a brilliant plan, and we also went undercover. We took a little creative liberties with the freedom that being a pioneer provides. We took some creative liberties. And we did some undercover work.
Oh. So you did the vigilante thing, because clearly none of you are licensed investigators, or Skitty would know.
Yes, either we're vigilantes or you're just not a high enough rank to know who we are. Take your pick.
Oh boy. Hey, Ralph.
Yeah.
Cool contest performed. Brooke doing a quick hand across the neck motion, like, no, kill it. Not this line.
Objection.
Objection! That's not possible! There are no ranks above Secret Investigator!
And of course, Ralph gets away with it.
It is a contest, so who knows?
Ralph, if Skitty doesn't believe that second part, you can't tell. Their face doesn't change.
But yeah, yes, definitely one of those two. But yes, we were working undercover. We joined up with the with this gang so that we could figure out where he was keeping the orb that he stole.
That is much more in depth than my investigations got. Very impressive.
Yeah.
The Skitty.
We're pretty crazy.
Oh, well, see, they would not take me. I am too small. I did an attempt, however, I seem to have put them off. So I had to do other odd jobs in order to spy. Skitty are common, and therefore I am able to do special investigator Skitty things while masquerading as many other things.
And as they are saying this, they are swapping between various hats. There's the nurse cap. There's the maid cafe hat.
Oh, speaking of spies, you know who will have lots and lots of info? The lit witch in the back room at the plastic. Yeah, he tells her about the liquids.
Oh, no, that is okay. We already know about the Litwick Information Network.
The Magnazones. It is now the Magnazone's turn to look at Ralph. It is common knowledge among the authorities. However,
Yeah,
due to
those
the
guys
nature
are-
of the network, we cannot make much use of it. They are committed to discretion.
It is very difficult to make them talk about things. And they are already dead, so you cannot exactly threaten them very much. Also, threatening things is very bad if you were in the law enforcement business, yes.
As a secondary point, right?
It's almost like people have jobs in this town.
Brooks says pointedly at Alpha and Ryda.
However, your attempt to inform me is most appreciated. I will clear you for now.
Yeah.
And they
Ooh,
turn.
and I also can tell you that one, I gesture to the person, when he wakes up, oh, he's gonna want to tell you everything he knows about these bastards. He was not happy.
Oh, that is okay. We will be able to talk to them soon. Is that not right, Miss Vivian?
Just a minute, sugar. I'm looking.
I swear, I had one here today.
You fall out in the scuffle. Rummaging noises.
Okay. You are temporarily cleared, Mr. Very Large Snorlax.
Yes, I'm an actual Snorlax.
They look at Ryda. Oh. Because there was a good line.
Brooke will ask Philia if she needs a chest of berries. Because I do have one.
Oh no, keep yours, huh? I'm sure I have one somewhere. She actually starts getting up and looking around. Though she is taking the time to side-eye just about everyone in the room as she's moving. I'm sorry, Charum.
No, it's okay. It's just I keep faking myself out, so I'm just like, all right, I'm being the model.
It's fine.
Brooke is now pointedly going to keep an eye on him.
That may or may not be a good idea. Philia is going to start rummaging through some wreckage. But she is avoiding taking Brooke's offer. Weird. You would think a Roserade might know moves like, I don't know, aromatherapy?
What's the what was Brooks offer? I missed that
I'm
bit.
definitely suspicious of her.
Hmm.
I offered a Chestoberry to help Gil get back up, but she said no.
Clearly, she doesn't want him awake.
Oh, no. She's totally
I think-
fine with him.
But she is acting a bit cagey about something, basically.
I think she's honestly just gathering information.
Probably.
It's almost like that might be what she does. Too bad y'all don't have Lyre with you. Lyre could aromatherapy.
Lyre is busy.
Lyre is busy trying to make a certain Croconaw not feel like he's about to die. But Skitty chooses to ignore background things and approaches Ryda. I forget, did Ryda manage to clean themselves off?
As much as they can with just like wiping themselves off.
Fair enough.
So not perfectly.
It isn't perfect, but it gets most of it.
And what about you? There are not very many psychic types around here.
As my friend here, and they gestured towards Ralph, said, that story holds up for me as well, though one detail was incorrect. The object of desire was not my orb, but rather a fractal shell. It was a gift, and thus it held importance to me. It was acquired in the hands of that one over there, when he was threatening a Pokemon in an alleyway. I traded it in return for its safe passage, and I wanted it back.
Very interesting. You are either very brave or very foolish to put yourself in that position. After all, you would not wish to get on the bad side of such dangerous criminals, especially alone.
Ryda never said they were alone, by the way.
Best to be honest with this Skitty. They know more than they're letting on, clearly. Is there anything else you wish to know?
Do you know how it came to be that this very notorious criminal ended up in their current state?
Yes, of course. I was the one who caused it.
Skitty's eyes open slightly.
Very interesting. We will file this knowledge away for later.
Eyes closed,
Because making reports!
hopping just a little bit when they say reports.
But do please be very careful in the future. While this may be acceptable on this continent, please be aware that other continents will frown upon you taking such forceful actions against criminal activity.
I do apologize. It seems things escalated more than they should have.
This is so. However, we will still thank you all for your help in stopping dangerous criminal activities here in Seaspray. After all, they could have spread elsewhere, and that would be awful. Isn't that right, Chief Inspector Mercator in Magnazone? Oh, I am thirsty. I require sustenance, otherwise I will stop doing the words correctly.
As Magnazone just does the sigh tilt thing again. Oh, well, you are in luck, Skitty Sugar. I happen to have found a Chesto Berry. they say, pulling one out from under a broken table. I'm sure Mr. Gill will be able to get you something nice to drink.
No alcohol.
That might limit his selection a little, but I'm sure it's fine. And I will let Kyrio finish taking.
Oh no, I changed.
Oh, okay. In which case, would Brooke mind doing an insight survival alert for me? Since you were watching Philia?
Mm-hmm.
Why does the Rose Raid sound familiar? Asked Beatty. I believe the voice was based on an actual character, but specifically Southern Belle style.
I didn't base it on a specific character, I don't think.
Oh, okay, maybe it was like an archetype.
I asked people what voice I should go for, and we ended up with Southern Belle.
Yeah.
And people apparently love it.
I think it works really well too.
Brooke, you're going to catch the fact that Philia also manages to pull something else out of the wreckage. Something shiny, mayhaps. Whatever it is, she pockets it. Or puts it in her bag, rather. But she's going to go over and stuff the Chestoberry in Guild's mouth unceremoniously.
Yeah, Brooke just called her out.
Oh. 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 I'm not dead. I feel I should be mildly surprised. Now, Mr. Gill, you survived much worse than this. You could not just have given me one of those waking tonics. Oh, now where's the fun in that? I know how much you just love Chesterberries. Guild's eyes narrow at Philia. Brooke mentions nothing. He makes note of it for later. Oh, great. More troublemakers in my bar. What is left of it? They just sort of glower at the Magnezone line of just Pokemon that are hovering around dealing with things.
Oh, good. You are awake. Perhaps you can tell us much and more about the operations here. How much were you involved?
Guild stares over the counter at Skitty. I do not find it wise to speak with you, investigator.
Oh, that is okay. You will not have much choice.
His eyes narrow. More persuasive Pokemon than you have tried, tiny one.
I am not tiny. Your friend, however, very much is.
Guild rises up on the counter, putting both forepaws on it, looming over Skitty. You would be wise to keep your paws off of my friend. Skitty looking up, totally undeterred.
And you would be wise to be cooperative. But you already know that, don't you? Barmaster Guild.
Pfeh. Not much of a barmaster anymore. Yet another establishment gone. Oh, this place just needs some fixing up, Mr. Gill. I'm sure it'll be fine. It is unlikely there will be any activity here for a time. Magnazone just sort of sweeps their gaze across everyone and then lands on Guild. We have much investigation and cleanups to perform before this establishment, or rather, the building that contains it, may be put up for sale and use. Wonderful. He lowers himself again. I told you, Kyrio. I told you this was an awful idea from the start. But you had to be a bleeding heart about it.
Don't wait for me.
Oh no, this is a point where I'm happy to wait for you.
This is interesting. I'll go ahead and say something since you have a pause. So it does. I was figuring for a while that Guild and Philly had a history. Proves it. They've known each other probably longer than the establishment they're in has been in their involvement, I suppose. Chris.
I found out I can do certain voices that make people have that reaction, and it pleases me to no end.
I did feel quite bad for Guild in this situation.
Guild is the sort of character that would be a major NPC in another story.
Yeah. Like, if I learned in his backstory that he once fought off 5 Ursurings in a wilderness situation, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, he seems to have that archetype.
I mean, now there was an Ursuring trafficking ring, maybe, in his past, now that you mention it, and that sounds amusing.
Well, you kind of give him the Russian style, so I'm just picturing like tough Russian. I fought a 5 bears in a blizzard, like kind of personality.
You ready, Kyrio?
Yep. So, hey, can I ask my own question? Who the heck are you guys? He asks, gesturing towards Gil and Philia.
So before I have them answer, this is a great time for Tucker to come in, because the Magnemite are done questioning Tucker. And so, because they can't have you outside while they're busy with the wobs, they send you inside, which is not normally what you would do, but Tucker has been involved already.
Tucker would enter naturally after the interview was over anyways, unless he was otherwise barred. So, I guess the main important thing is, I guess the corpse has not been moved, right? Or has it?
Would it be covered at this point?
It is currently roped off by Magnemite, because Magnazone, and there is a Magnazone just sort of hovering above it, because Ryda did sort of make a minor hole in the floor doing all that. Yeah, there's a Magneton, sorry, not a Magnazone, a Magneton hovering over it, and currently they're drawing a chalk line around everything.
Okay, so I think the way that this would go down is Tucker would enter, and seeing as that there is quite a crowd, it probably would take him a second to even notice the body, but he would. He wouldn't immediately speak up, though, because he's observant enough to see there are other interviews and investigations and conversations happening, so he's going to kind of slip into the group for now without really saying much. Though he will have wide eyes towards the corpse, and anybody paying attention to him showing up will probably notice his reaction.
I imagine Ryda sees Tucker and sort of scoots beside Ralph to cover themselves, like obscure sight line between Ralph and Ralph in between Tucker and Ryda.
If there is an attempt for Ryda to hide responsibility, or because of guilt, I would note that Tucker could probably smell the blood on you if he bothered to focus on that.
I feel like Tucker would be a little distracted at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think that's
Just
going to
not
be
right
a
now.
thing. I'm just pointing out, Tucker does have a decent nose. So
Yeah,
unless you
Tucker-
did a complete cleanup, which you didn't, Tucker could notice your relation to the scene later, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Oh,
There's
yeah, it's
also
gonna be
water
revealed later,
here.
but for now.
There is also water here, so if Ryda was really sneaky, they could probably at least wash off portions of themselves. But
Just jump into one of the watertight stalls.
yeah, but people would notice that.
Mhm.
Sorry, tripped.
It's very obvious Tucker isn't happy with what seems to have resulted inside, but given the police are here and stuff, he just kind of stays quiet.
Also, Tucker would have walked in to hear Brooke's question.
Mhm.
Both Guild and Philia look across the bar counter, and Philia looks over at Guild. She shrugs.
Well, it's not like people around town don't know this.
Oh, such a pain. Every time this happens.
Oh, it's been what? 7 years now? Since the last time we had to deal with the police.
Longer. I would have preferred it forever.
Yes, we both would. Not that the last time we dealt with them was the biggest. But for the help that they've given us in cleaning up our mess.
Your mess.
Sorry, I need to do the voice right.
Your mess.
Yes, my mess. Fine. An explanation is owed. Particularly to poor Sugar Eye over there. Especially after I accidentally gave them something I shouldn't have.
Skitty listens intently.
Guild and I, how to put it? We are players in an underground society. Of sorts. You see, when Sea Spray first started, there wasn't a whole lot of help coming along, and the town was not yet the bustling import-export place that it is now. It was not a city. Barely a town, really. At least a ways until the arena came into full swing.
She just sort of folds her bouquets together.
As such, there was a lack of resources. However, there were plenty of shipping vessels, transport, materials, Pokemon, and the one that we needed desperately, food. Not every Pokemon is like me. I can subsist on water and sunlight if I really want. But the other guilds, the ones that funded the operation to come here, they were awfully stingy. I'm sure as pioneers you've heard your great leader talk about it. And if I recall right, one of my entertainers said they saw a certain guild official get off a boat earlier. It would surprise me if we're in for another heap of trouble.
Oh, wonderful. We are now indisposed at the time of the town need help.
Wait, you said guild official, like as in one of our bosses?
Oh, they had a badge and everything. At least from what I was told. Small. Chatard, I think? My entertainers have sort of fled to protect themselves. I'd have to ask. But in any case, that was days ago. That said, one of the foremost things that Guild and I helped to traffic was meat. She just smiles, sort of understanding that this implication could be rather grim. Very few Pokemon are truly obligate carnivores, as the term is known. However, there's certainly not enough food to go around for certain types. While Guild handled... Oh, how did you put it, dear?
Acquisitions.
Yes, acquisitions and storage. I handled getting resources where they needed to go. The needy, the poor, those who just had not. I won't say we were necessarily very charitable all the time. It was quite a lucrative business in and of itself. But it's not as though we were in it for that. And, frankly, there was a ridiculous ban on meat for more than a few years.
Oh, that's terrible.
No import, no export of it. And with how dangerous this continent is, well, getting it here was a no-go.
She looks over at Guild, hoping for him to continue. He just stares impassively.
I could use your help with our little tale, you know.
Why, you are telling it perfectly fine.
I don't care for your lack of talkative. Wow, sorry for stuttering, guys.
It's okay.
I don't care for your lack of talkativeness right now, Guild.
I do not care for my bar being destroyed. We both are not getting what we want, are we?
That's a good comeback.
So help me, I will put your little friend in a salad.
You will do no such thing. It would be insulting to yourself.
Right, I get the picture. But wasn't Sea Spray only meant to be a stock cat for the whole continent? But now it's a little excessive, isn't it? So while Sea Spray enjoyed prosperity, Savannah Town was what? Just left to fend for itself?
It's kind of hard to tell behind his mask, but Guild has raised his brows a bit. He gives Brooke a look that expresses bemusement. Savantown was further out. Getting resources there to ensure its survival and prosperity was much harder. Sea Spray prospered because it is easy to stop here and leave. Many do not wish to stay upon this continent, you understand.
I don't, actually.
It is an arid place. A fair amount of heat, not terribly much in the way of easily obtainable resources like other places. If anything, it is another instance of trying to settle the Sand Continent. Just less hazardous.
Sand. Okay.
Both are true. Tell me, would you as a water type prefer to live on the Sand Continent?
Brooke doesn't seem to have an answer for him.
I know that if I was a water type, I probably would not. Unless I was one of those weird ones. What are they called again, Magnezone?
They are type aberrant. This is the polite term.
Ah, yes.
Indeed, I am one such. I appreciate your lack of derogatory terminology.
Brooke just grunts, not having much of an argument, but still not quite satisfied.
Indeed, and there are many wild and even feral Pokemon that call this continent home. Such is similar in many other places. However, from what Philia and I have gleaned over our many years here, vast swaths of territory belong to wilds and their clans.
Indeed. It just so happens that we are well aware that the place that Savantown is on right now used to belong to one such clan. One that happens to be friendly.
Hunting grounds here are at a premium. This is not to say that we did not attempt to help Sea Spray. Indeed, while many of my acquisitions made it here, Philia ensured that some of them went to Savantown when necessary. Savantown has always had the orchard. But of course, in times of famine, we have been there to help. Now, however, we have less room to move.
And less cause to be in the shadows. More legitimate businesses are far easier than using our shadowy cabals to get our work done.
Yeah, I can see it.
So what we're kind of seeing here is effectively a bit of a grayish market that was actually there to help people, but it wasn't exactly legitimate.
Yep. Especially because what they were trafficking was illegal at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody talked about lackadaisy vibes last session in the chat, and they were right.
Fine. I suppose I shouldn't hold you responsible for our troubles. Thank you for trying, at least.
Oh boy, when Brooke says that, Philia makes a very guilty face and looks away, kind of leaning to the side.
I see.
Guild, would you mind taking over for a little longer? I think I need some water.
What kind of water?
The strong kind. The kind that's bottled under the bar right now.
No, you may not have it.
Oh yes, the very strong water that just so happens to maybe have fermented fruit juices mixed in.
Guild, I swear, if you do not let me have this right now, I will poison you. Guild just stares at her like, do it. You won't. Coward. Because he knows she can't. He's part of the life.
Something on your mind, Miss Philia?
Hmm. Where were we? Helping Sea Spray, right? So I guess the other part of this tale is not so. Oh, what's the word?
Altruistic?
That, thank you.
Brooke just raises an eyebrow.
Oh, it's getting good now.
So, we were not the only ones operating in Sea Spray back then. We were small, and I only knew Guild for a short time when I arrived. Back then, I think he was on the run from someone. Are you still on the run, Mr. Guild?
Please do not create attention about me.
Right. In any case, we were not the only group, and still are not the only group in operations. Not that I can help you, Special Investigator or Officer, in finding them. Oh god, I'm actually going to have to get my bottle of water.
We shall see.
You can try, but I promise you I don't know anything about them these days. Legitimate business and all.
Again, we shall see.
She looks over at Rida, just sort of like silently pleading for help here as she continues. Well, we've needed to deal with other groups in the past. But there were also refugees. Those sympathetic to our cause who we folded into our groups. They've come and gone. We don't ever hold anyone who doesn't want to be held. But
Philia has a habit of picking up strays with sub-stories.
oh, and you don't.
You may keep your commentary to yourself, Philia. This is about you, not me.
You see what I have to work with?
I will note that Tucker was listening to the whole story since he did come in just in time to catch it. He actually looks kind of impressed at Guild because in that story it was made pretty clear that Guild was quite the hunter, and Tucker has had his own experience with hunting, so he kind of is impressed by that.
Game recognizes game.
He doesn't have a problem with the idea of meat trade, even if it was illegal, because he himself has had experiences in seeing that hunting, especially with the, with the wilds that he's been hanging out with now and then.
Hey, at least he's honest with you. Brooke gives a smile.
I suppose that has to count for something. She turns around, takes a bottle of cheap stuff off of a shelf, starts drinking it.
You owe me for that.
I owe you nothing right now. Right. Okay. I'm fine, I promise.
I feel as though I should be confiscating the alcohol.
Oh, do not bother. I am sure it will be gone very soon.
Thank you for your kindness, Investigator's Kitty. Oh, right. I'm fine. So, I still like to keep an eye out for those in need coming off the boats. And, well,
The Clodfather and his boy came along with their Clowitzer crawdaunt friend. They weren't looking great. They needed help. They told me they wanted to help set up a business here. Something that would be lucrative. Something that could be helpful. I will spare you the nitty-gritty. I'll leave that for my interrogation, since I know that's gonna come no matter what. But I helped them get this place. Get it set up. I recognized that they were on the run, and when they said they were willing to help the town, I gave them my aid. Guild was looking for work, so I suggested Mr. Guild. And to his credit, Mr. Guild has had little to nothing to do with those shadowy things they were purveying.
I went and snagged tea. I went and grabbed a glass of tea.
Oh, okay. Welcome back then.
It is true. They had me here to watch the place. They valued my ability to acquire rare and valuable things. Namely, many of the things that are used to make the food here. Also the alcohol, because none of them knew how to deal with alcohol trade.
That, yes. Now, I will admit my blunder, but by the time I realized what they were doing, it was too late. They were already established. They had a veritable army of wobs here, which, by the way, thank you all very much for dealing with that.
Oh yeah, no problem. It was a lot of fun.
And
It was kind of a problem.
and more than a few Pokemon in need in their employ, all those that they had blackmailed. And since they already knew much more about me, well, better keep quiet. I was hoping maybe I could do something to change things. But then you all came along.
Oh yeah, we're very good at changing stuff.
2 months! 2 months, and that's all it took for it to get this far. And I feel like I'm a fool.
Indeed, it was very foolish. You made a rash decision without vetting them.
I wouldn't say you're wrong.
She takes another swig of the
Because he's not.
Yes,
Big
thank
smile.
you. Thank you.
Like this eaten grin after he's like, he's not. And he says it just like that.
Yes, thank you. I understand, Mr. Big Man. But that's the story. Our part in Sea Spray's history, much as I'm willing to say, especially in front of children. Who brings a child to a bar anyway?
pointedly looks at Guild. Guild notices.
Oh, yes. And where would I store Thimble? Yes, what house would I be putting Thimble in? Leaving them alone for long periods of time.
You could send them to school, Guild.
They are learning plenty from me.
Guild, you are not a teacher.
I teach plenty. Thimble is also very energetic. And I have made a vow to keep them safe. So safe they should be. And until such a time as I can provide them entrance into such an establishment, I will happily teach them what I can.
Guild, you are teaching a child how to be a bartender.
I am doing no such thing.
No, we didn't actually.
I can imagine if he tried. The person doesn't learn bullet seed, I'm pretty sure, so Gil would be like, look, I have a bunch of peanuts, I'm going to spit them out of my mouth, you try. But like, with what you could do. Our peanuts, of course.
And before you say something, no, I did not teach them how to do bullet seed everywhere. They learned that all on their own.
I've been meaning to ask you about that.
I don't think Brooke was here for that, actually.
No.
Yeah, Brooke, when you hear that, if you look around, there's a lot of marks of, like, bullet seed having happened everywhere.
I was wondering about the holes in the wall.
Tucker will probably take note of it too, because he has been slowly surveying the room, so...
Thimble is an indispensable companion. Besides, they help me deal with unruly customers, I guess.
Gil, that doesn't make your situation look much better.
He has a job, he's a bouncer.
Oh yes, the tiniest, youngest bouncer to ever exist.
Polishes off the bottle.
You have no idea how much I want to smash this on your floor right now.
I can tell. Your expression says everything.
And yours says nothing.
She smooths one bouquet over her head petals.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. Well, like I said, that's our part in Sea Spray's sordid history. Are you gonna take us away now, investigator?
If anyone has commentary.
I could say an aside, I suppose. Well, first off, I have one little question. So they used to be doing sort of a gray market trade of meat. Is it, I didn't quite catch it, but I'm assuming the reason Guild is bartending is because it's kind of like switching to a legitimate business these days, kind of? Kind of, the meat trade not as necessary now, so...
It's not. It is no longer banned.
Yeah, and Philia's... I never quite figured out what Philia does as a job, but kind of...
She is a manager for an entertainment group. She's the one who manages the musicians and singer that were in the bar.
I do find it really interesting what story you've told here, because, like, yeah, they didn't want the whole mafia business being a thing, you know, all the lobsters and such, but they themselves had a gray market record, so they couldn't really engage the police about it, or they could just get in trouble too. It's kind of one of those cases where, like, they're not exactly on the up and up with the law, but they're a lot more morally, they have much better moral compass than some others that are much more doing bad things. Interesting position they were in.
I think I know how to, never really thought about it before, but I believe I know how to, put Savantown on the map much more, so to speak.
We're not gonna do a drug trade.
No.
I mean, Ryder could learn how.
No. See, the reason everything happened here is because it's easy to come and go. It's, you know, the port. By virtue of the port, Sea Spray is connected to the rest of the world. But, you know, with Savantown, where the heck's Savantown? It's off in the middle of nowhere. We have to, like, trek this weird trail through a mountain to get here. It's simple. We just built a proper road from here to Savantown, and boom, Savantown, like, does good. Yeah, like a proper, safe road.
Tucker
Like
chimes
a
in as
railway.
you mention the canyon path, and he adds in, and it has exploding turtles.
It sure does.
Yeah, see, we're insane. We're crazy. We don't mind trekking past exploding turtles. But, like, yeah, the average mind don't want to trek past exploding turtles to go somewhere. Yeah,
must
so
indeed
just a
pardon
side
those. I'm used to those. I and my agents experienced them many times. However, your idea has been tried before.
There was an attempt. I would say it was probably tried. I am unfamiliar with this area. Please elaborate.
Magnazone starts to say something. Guild interrupts. Because Magnazone probably would have known too. But also Magnazone's voice is harder, and I like talking to Guild.
This is
In
fair.
fact, I'm going to go get my bottle of water so I can keep talking to Guild.
Good idea.
Fair.
Completely fair, considering 80% of this is story time with Car. So, and I'm
Mhm.
totally down for that. But I also want to make sure his voice is not strained.
Oh yeah. Definitely a lot of talking when you have to story tell a conversation between several NPCs switching voices.
1, 2, 3,
Right.
4 main characters he's going between right now.
Also, posture and or hydration check.
I will adjust my seat, thank you.
I should get some water, but I'll be fine for now.
Oh, so this has been realized already, and there was an attempt.
We can only assume that you made your way past a farm.
Mudbrace farm, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tucker will pipe up with a bit of energy. Oh yeah, Mudbray.
Yeah, he's
They
a cool guy.
Guild finally looks over and notices Tucker.
Who brings a
You have no right to say that.
Tucker looks yet again embarrassed and kind of under his breath mentions, I am part of Team Cheer.
Yeah. He has no fear because he's part of Team 2.
Like,
What are you doing here? 'Cause-
Philia is currently... No, you're fine, I'm sorry. Philia is currently bapping Guild with her bouquet hands.
You have no right to try to distract from the fact that you have a child with you at the bar.
I should clarify because I don't think it was clarified this session. If I recall, when Thimble was put to sleep, they just curled up on the bar.
Yes, they are right. They're still asleep, by the way.
They're just right in plain view, yeah.
Yep. Just bap. You bap have no right bap to say that.
An attempt was made.
Guild just nonplussed.
That ranch is a midway point. There was an attempt to create a simple road before. Unfortunately, the pharaohs that live in the canyon can be quite destructive. The turtlenators especially continually destroy the road. So, unless you wish to relocate the turtlenators, which I find to be a very impossible task, the road will not happen. However, there could be a market for guides and protectors.
I suppose.
Yeah, or you suspend it, or you get a tunnel.
Well, there'd need to be wagons or something. Not all Pokemon can take that walk.
I think that's called a caravan. Tucker kind of thinks for a second.
Yes, this is correct. There are caravans on other continents too. They take Pokemon to and fro to many places. Pokemon pay good money for this, yes.
Unfortunately, this would require a little more protection than a standard caravan. However, I have heard rumor that the bandits that originally plagued the Rusty Canyon are now undone. So it may be safer than it was once.
Tucker immediately gives away a reaction when Deal brings that up. He doesn't. Tucker doesn't say anything, but it's very clear he's like very in the know about that.
So, are there any rumors or speculations about the dashing heroes who may have taken care of that? Just curious.
We are, however, getting slightly off track, yes.
Well, yeah, slightly. We're very good at getting off track, too. Ralph looks weirdly. You really... never mind.
I'm sorry, I don't have any questions right now. And Brooke will join his team.
Oh, it is quite alright. Apologies are not necessary. This has been a most enlightening conversation.
Oh, yes, I am very enlightening to speak to.
Yes, you have. Very well. Miss Villia and Mr. Guild, you will be taken in for further questioning. Magnezone?
Yes, investigator.
Oh, it was fun while it lasted. Oh, do not worry. This is not an arrest. We are just asking you about the Mafia activities. You two will be free to go after you answer other questions.
The Magnezone stops, whirls around. What?
The investigator said that they will be free to go after...
Skitty looking at Magnezone.
Oh, yes. They were very clearly not directly involved in any of the untoward activities that the Mafia is known for on the other continents. They are victims as much as they were just employees.
That is not. They were involved.
Yes, however, but not in a criminal sense. Except for Guild, who is responsible for destruction of property. However, as this is likely his establishment, we would need to pull the records for that, I think. It is the destruction of his own property, which is fine.
I mean, he doesn't think it's fine.
No, I do not think it's fine. Also, I do not own the bar. However, I still consider this my bar. Or I did at one point.
You may be out of a job.
Guild looks grumpy.
Aw.
Maybe you could get a job at one of the other bars until you get enough money to, build your own backup.
Special investigator. You just witnessed their entire confession to criminal activity in the past.
Yes,
Yeah, well, statute of limitations and all that. Don't you guys have that here?
What?
Oh, that's it's like a time limit that says, if it's been, so many years after a law was broken, like you missed your boat on punishing the person for it. Yeah, some really bad stuff doesn't have one. Hey, you guys don't have anything like that?
oh, no, not here.
God. Sorry, I need more water.
Take your time. It's completely fine.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what? I'll have Tucker chime in.
And actually, if they did illegal things in the past, but now that thing isn't illegal, then that's a little weirder to charge on.
Tucker says knowing nothing about legal stuff, but still wanting to say something about it.
Indeed. But here there is no limitations. However, nothing they did was inherently bad, and also there is no longer a ban on meat, so we could not prosecute them anyway.
What?
No more meat. That is neat. Like, no more ban on meat. That is neat.
But what about their other criminal activities? The trafficking of wanted Pokemon. Not to mention any other things we uncover in our interrogation.
Then we will uncover them. But if nothing more comes to light that is any worse than what they have already said, I am sure it is fine. They are a part of my case, after all. You would have to catch them doing something bad now. After my case is over.
I like this kitty. This kitty knows what's up. They should get a promotion.
Oh, you do, Tucker.
Don't worry, Magnezone. You can at least foreclose this building.
Guild groans and just plants his face into the bar counter.
It's okay. You'll get it back someday.
I am glad this case is over. I am also glad this case is over.
Oh yeah, same. I mean, it was fun, but yeah, it's good to be done.
Philia looks stunned. Are you sure about this, investigator? I mean, I won't look a gift ponytail in pals, but...
Yeah, I get ponytail.
Oh yes, I am very sure. The worst thing that has happened here today is probably drugs and also murder. Well, okay, it was probably not outright murder. It was probably self-defense.
Yeah, well, out of character. Yeah, let's go with that.
Tucker in character
Right,
folds his ears as he kind of... Tucker in character folds his ears, look at the Clodfather again.
And to be fair, that individual is responsible for a great deal of pain and suffering outside of their own person. So they will not be missed.
Damn.
Skinny straight up like, yeah, they probably deserved it.
It would probably have been less messy if somebody had eaten them, though. They look like they are a giant chocolatey eclair.
Looks over at Buddy.
With raspberry sauce.
That's very filling.
Wow.
Promoting Vor over here.
Guild groans again. I am very grateful Thimble is unconscious. You and me both.
Yeah, I wonder who did that.
Okay, all non-involved persons and Pokemons, please leave the investigation scene. This means you, Team Cheer, they say,
Yeah,
shouting
well-
this to the ceiling.
We're free.
Please leave.
Yeah.
Also, you, Champion Deadeye.
Yeah.
Deadeye is already gone.
I was gonna say that was
He did not stay for that whole story.
I
He
feel
did
like
not
he's.
care.
I feel like Deadeye isn't really one for story time. I mean,
So, for those who've read the glimpses in the past, Deadeye would have been here for the stuff that Philia and Guild have done.
okay.
He did not stay for their story.
He knew, in other words.
Maybe.
Possibly.
What if Deadeye was a part of it?
I don't know. You'd have to find them.
That wouldn't even be that crazy, honestly. I could see that. I have a random question.
Mm-hmm.
Does Savontown... I know Savontown has a cafe. Does it have a... Is there a bar with it?
Nope.
I was wondering about that.
Savontown does not have a bar.
Before leaving, Brooke will say, "A pleasure to meet you, Miss Philia, and Sir Guild. If you're in need of a pioneer, look us up."
Yeah, you can see we do good work.
Oh, I am certain we'll be needing your help at some point in something.
Oh yes, please, bring the destructive miscreants into whatever new establishments you shove me into.
Tucker,
I'll be there.
Tucker responds to that with a very genuine look to Guild, and he says,
Sorry about the bar, Mr. Guild.
Guild lifts their head, just laying it on the bar, giving Tucker side-eye. It takes a minute.
You did not destroy anything in the bar that I can remember.
Me?
You
No,
escaped
I don't think
my
so.
ire.
Alright, nobody hates Tucker.
Okay.
Let's get out of here. Brooke will start ushering his team out.
Yeah,
Yeah, so after
leave.
So it's like after we're out, Ralph's gonna be like, so I think that went pretty well. What do you guys think?
Nobody
I
hates
was
Tucker
gonna
because they
say-
saw what happened to James when James hated Tucker.
Hydra's gonna say something?
Yes, I was
Okay.
gonna say as Ryda headed out, she would look over to Phalia and just express, I look forward to seeing you again, Miss Phalia, as she left.
Philia smiles. I look forward to seeing you too. Whenever you arrive, Sugar Eye.
Then Ryda will leave.
I should note
Outside.
that. Oh, sorry. Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Tucker would notice. Ryda's attempts to kind of hide behind Ralph, sort of, would be noticed by Tucker, because Tucker had plenty of time to survey the room and noticed that Ryda was both quiet and sort of off to the side weirdly. So, like, Tucker will notice that. I will note. Anyways, go ahead.
Outside, Brooke will turn to Tucker and Ryda and say, okay, you two got lucky. Don't do this again.
Yeah, agreed.
Understood.
And then Brooke will sigh. It's fine. It turned out alright.
Well, mostly alright, I guess.
He kind of has his ears folded. It's kind of obvious what he's talking about when he says it that way.
Also, at this point, Ryda is no longer hiding from Tucker.
Okay. Tucker wasn't here when Ryda fessed up, right? To the police?
Nope.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You could ask, though.
Tucker looks hesitant to bring it up any further at the moment. It obviously gave him some bad vibes, but he doesn't seem to want to question anyone about it. To be fair, he's not completely understanding who did that. It may not have even been one of the team, as far as he knows. But
Congratulations on closing out the Claude Mob arc.
congratulating us, you did a huge story time of 4 characters. I think you should be congratulated.
So much talking.
It was good though. I like that. That was an interesting backstory, both for the history of Sea Spray and also of those two. Which, oh yeah, Tucker will try to change the subject as he does have the bad vibes. He's going to mention,
You know, I wonder if Savantown could use a bar, maybe. I kind of feel bad for Guild.
I mean, that could work. I mean, you know, alcohol makes for other, industries and entertainment.
About 20 minutes ago, I was going to joke that Tubby was going to recruit Guild to run the bar in our basement. But I decided against it.
Well, it also kind of sounded like he knew the area. It sounded like he was a great hunter in the back of the day.
We'd have to offer some kind of incentive for him to come. I'm not sure what that would be, though.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he likes you guys very much. He kind of just says very straightforwardly.
Everyone liked us.
I highly doubt that, considering the track record.
No, it's probably way less than everyone.
Well, our hotel stay is up, so it's our last day in Sea Spray.
Oh,
Unless you guys got something else to do.
well, we gotta meet up with V pretty soon, I guess.
Yeah.
Perhaps some medical attention and cleanup would be wise beforehand.
I was going to head to the hospital to check up on Shaman anyway, so...
Tucker does kind of take a sigh, kind of remembering his own injuries. As he says so much on his mind, he kind of forgot about his physical state.
Yeah, maybe a small break.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Just, like, Ralph is currently the only one who's uninjured, and that's because he used rest.
I have built-in maximum medical facilities.
Wright is not in good shape at all. Tucker
No,
is fairly
they are
beat up as well.
exhausted and beaten.
Everyone is beat up. I feel
Yeah.
super satisfied with how this has gone.
The only reason I got 2 is because I ate it Oranberry.
Yeah, you used to be worse. Yeah, we look pretty ragged, so... Tucker kind of quips,
I wonder if this town has anything like Miltic Spa. Maybe we could use something like that.
You could look for such a thing. It depends on what you all want to do, because Sea Spray is big.
True.
You've got places you know about. I know it's been a while. Like, if you wanted a place to just sort of relax, you could probably go to Luxray's library.
Because this is literally our last day, right? So we can't, like, go rest at the hotel another night to heal up before we go, so...
Not unless we want to pay some. And I don't have that much money.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't, unfortunately, even though you all had money from doing activities.
Mechanically speaking, what ways could we rest that don't cost us money?
Oh, hey, we could crash with the poodle hair guy. I mean, he owes me a solid, Joe.
Hey, would you like a spaghetti bowl?
I was honestly thinking that we were headed for the hospital to check up on Shaman anyway, so maybe they have something that can help us.
It's possible.
Yeah, I'll go there. We'll sit on a pad. Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
They may well just treat you freely, because
Yeah.
like
Guild, because guild team maybe to get treatment
well,
for free.
not only team members, but like standard wound treatment is free.
They have free
Even
healthcare here.
Pokemon
Good news, guys.
understand.
This is not America. Thank goodness.
Look, they may use currency for a lot of things.
Oh, I'm
but
sorry. This
even
is not
Pokemon-
Unova. Thank goodness.
Even
That's
Pokemon
funny as
understand
shit.
that basic wound care should not come at a cost.
It's like first aid, yeah.
See, that's my problem with the generation Black and White. Unova was not a good representation because the Poke Centers are still free.
That's funny as shit.
Look, Nintendo would not allow a Pokemon game to be that dark. If they had the capacity to, they would shut down the Pokemon Reborn project. Anyway, that aside, yes, you all can go to a hospital. They would be able to treat a lot of your wounds. You would not immediately heal all your HP, but they will be able to bandage you up and ensure that when you rest, you will heal full HP.
Okay.
They might not have room to provide you, like, a bed or anything, but they could probably still treat you.
Does Mama still have a house here?
It is closed indefinitely. Because,
can't crash there.
Effectively abandoned, I assume? Or is there a...
It's not abandoned, but the shop itself is closed. Because her Momentorium has kind of shifted locations. So if you go to it, it may well just be another shop.
Ah, yeah. That makes sense. I mean, busy town. There's some real estate open, maybe. Yeah.
She could be subletting.
Yeah, given the time frame we have for the day and how it's literally our last day, it probably does make the most sense to go to the hospital, get some wounds treated, and then and heal up the rest of the way whenever we have a proper rest, probably during camping or something.
You could also go to the arena and take advantage of the medical teams there. They wouldn't be happy, but you can.
I wouldn't abuse that.
Aw. They're also, like, really busy right now.
Yes, they are. Cue the Audino.
So is the hospital, but yeah.
Cue the Audino and Venomoth from the arena being like, why the heck are you here? Why the heck are you all so hurt?
Yeah, remember that monkey?
Did that Chimchar do this to you? How?
In a very indirect way, yes.
Jokes aside, if you all want to go to the hospital Shaman is at, then we can send you there.
That is Brooke's current plan.
Oh, Brooke's the leader.
Anyone else?
So Tucker's okay with it.
Follow Brooke.
Yep.
Tucker is
Sounds
just
like a plan.
Tucker is just merely focused on making sure they do meet up with V because they promised, even if they had to stop the Mafia first.
Yeah. They'll meet up afterwards.
You have a question for Charm. Is Tucker's first day on end from how much electricity he took in last session? So he didn't take electricity, but he's certainly around a lot of it. I guess he kind of channeled it. So yeah, his fur is probably kind of more fluffy than usual, probably even right now. It's been a little bit, though.
Right. So the moment you all step into the hospital, there aren't even words or much of a conversation. You are getting pushed around by whatever staff there are, and they are sitting you down and bandaging you.
I mean, we all visibly, aside from Ralph, make it pretty obvious that we needed some help, so...
Oh, yeah, Ralph is the one who's getting grilled by, a doctor, question mark? It's a Chansey, so you have to assume.
I'm not gonna put stereotypes.
Regardless, there is a Chansey currently grilling Ralph about what the heck happened. Are you responsible for this, etc., etc. Standard questions of how the heck this happened, is there any special care required?
Actually,
No,
that would
no,
be
no
pretty normal.
allergies. Everything's good.
I can imagine the hospitals around here, if one Pokemon comes in all beat up and another Pokemon comes in with them, that's fine. It's like, did you do this to them? That's probably a normal question.
Was this a street fight?
No, not this time.
What do you mean this time?
Okay, was alcohol involved?
Nope.
I mean, there was a bar.
I mean, you'll probably read about it in the newspaper in the next couple of days.
If I'm involved.
Oh wait, did that not come through?
Oh, what? No, I don't think so.
No, the Chansey was shouting at Ralph about bringing a child to a bar.
That did not come through.
Did you bring a child to a bar?
No, I didn't. I mean, that action was taken. That was done, but I didn't do it.
They put their face in their hands. They look so done with everything. But you all are bandaged up now.
Yay.
That's funny. It's like, did you do this? Like, oh no, I didn't. But yeah, you are correct. It was done.
Since Brooke actually looks the most responsible, partially because they have the cool coat and everything, they have a bottle of vitamins pushed into their claws. Please make sure the child consumes this at least once a day.
Ooh, children's gummy vitamins.
Oh no,
gave Tucker a treat.
they aren't gummy. They're like the chalky
Flintstones.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Oh, the chalky like Flintstone vitamins.
Yes.
Those, they weren't great, but they're acceptable.
They're shaped like the dome fossil.
Yes, they are actually shaped
that's
like fossils and bones.
That'd be adorable. Wow.
With helix and dome fossil fun shapes.
They don't even have like a fun label. It's just labeled vitamins for young Pokemon. I'm not even going to bother making an item card for that.
Yeah. We'll
Guess
just
what?
make it part of his diet.
Guess what? You can also give those to Puppy.
Yay!
That's a good point.
It's like feeding gummies to Manaphy.
Also, I hope I didn't wake my mate by my screaming as Chansey.
Oh.
No.
Okay, apparently not. I just checked. He hasn't been on Telegram yet.
Okay.
Right, so you all get bandaged up, and then you are ushered out of the hospital because they have no space and no time for you, unless you all, like, attempt to go actually visit Shaman.
I feel like, yeah, they're pretty busy. We better leave them alone.
Tucker kind of did his visits to Shaman already, and he's, you know, he's gonna rely on Hatterene and such for that sort of stuff.
Brick mostly just wants to let Lizard and Riley know that they're probably gonna leave soon.
And then we stop the mob. FYI.
Okay.
Hi, bye, we're leaving. Hopefully we stop the mob later.
Yeah, of course you did.
It actually makes sense to let him know.
Like, Riley ends up poking his head out into the hallway, and you hear as you're leaving a what? Lizard does the same thing, just delayed. Oh god, I need to remember how to do their voice.
Gentle. They don't know how to
What?
describe it though.
Hatterene just casually shuts the door, so they aren't doing that. You get the feeling that she's just calmly telling them, it's fine.
Nothing to worry about.
They might get,
It's
it's possible.
worried, it's fine.
It's possible they might get questions. They are part of Team Cheer too,
It's true, that's entirely possible.
since Team
But you
Cheer
aren't
has
go-
been involved. So
You aren't going to be here for it.
yeah.
Yes. What is your relationship with
They come back like, so do you know these people? A picture of Team Cheer. I feel like Riley contemplates lying for several minutes.
Riley's contemplating. Since you're
Unfortunately.
here, I kind of wish I did it, but
That sort of
Like,
response,
What did they do this time?
but I also imagine them just putting their hands together and gesturing at whatever cop is there, going, if I say no, are you gonna believe me? Lizard elbowing them. But regardless of how it would actually go down.
You all aren't going to be here for it.
Yep. How much do we heal by visiting the hospital?
Each of you will heal 2 points of HP.
Okay.
I'm almost half of it.
Now we're just a little, little ragged. Not too bad though.
By the way, the spray potions that they used stung. Because of course they did.
It's itchy.
You guys just don't get good enough sleep.
If any of you complained about itchiness, you would be threatened with a cone of shame.
You know, if Tucker hears one of those threats, he will inherently not say anything after that. When Ralph says about the sleep thing, Tucker does look over to him as like,
Yeah, why are you fine, though?
Because I get good sleep. Also, I use rest.
Oh.
Or
Makes a
maybe
big
I'm just
difference.
tough. Maybe I'm just tougher than you guys. Yeah, there we go.
Tucker will need to learn how to sleep.
Not just any sleep. Deep, good sleep.
Is that even a thing? I wonder.
I don't know.
Deep, good sleep. Theoretically, it exists. Speaking IRL, theoretically, deep, good sleep exists. Though I've yet to. Allegedly, that's a thing that people can do.
You mean
I'm
REM
not
sleep?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure that's a thing, but allegedly that is something that's possible to do.
Okay, yeah. Most Pokemon, a lot of Pokemon can learn rest via TM. At least in the games. Yeah, the Pooch-like can.
I'm joking, by the way.
Yeah. Good night, Paris.
Good night, Paris.
Good night.
Also, someone mentioned that, yeah, Liar is still a thing.
Alright, we gotta pick up Liar.
Catch up with, yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. Or we're just gonna leave them then.
I mean, we also probably have to, like, turn in the hotel keys and stuff anyways.
Would Rida accept just leaving Liar in the care of a certain gladiator?
That would depend on Brooke. If Brooke is like, yeah, you can trust him, then Ryder will trust him. If Brooke doesn't mention it, then no, Ryder would not trust him to take care of Liar.
Well, someone's gonna have to ask Brooke then. He's not just gonna say that out.
All right, Tucker, because Tucker has his own thoughts of this. Tucker will bring up Liar.
Oh, and is Liar okay with...
Why do I forget names?
Jocelyn. Because it's been a month now, Jocelyn.
Yeah.
Will Liar be okay with Jocelyn, or should we go pick him up?
Brooke will look at Ryda and say, Liar is your responsibility, so what do you think?
Ryder, without hesitation, we should go get him now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really know where Jocelyn lives, or if he has space to have a roommate right now. Also, Jocelyn's not doing very well, so we should see how he's doing.
Also, we probably left some stuff at the hotel room. They're not ready to leave it, like, right now.
It's not like your stuff is going to be left outside your hotel rooms. Come on, give Alamola and
Charge for another day.
Mr. Croaky some credit.
They have lost and found.
So yeah, I guess our next stop is the hotel then.
It's up to you.
Onward.
If you all want to visit any shops or NPCs, now is a good time as well.
I have no money.
Tucker is what we
have
would
no
call
faith.
Tucker is what we would call a broke ass bitch, unfortunately.
Might leave a message saying thank you to Deadeye, but I wouldn't go out of my way to.
I mean, do we even know where Deadeye's probably slunked off back to the arena or something?
Yeah.
He pretty much lives there.
Yeah.
Maybe literally.
And that's the only thing I can think of.
Alright. Well, if you prefer to do the hotel and gathering of things and Liar first.
Makes sense.
Do that.
Yeah, let's check up on Jocelyn.
So as soon as y'all enter the hotel, Alamola Mola looks ready to have a fit. Oh my gosh, Croquet by Arceus. Look at them. How did you get this way? As they do like the swim floaty thing over to you. Oh, look at the poor little puppy. Croquet, go get a potion or something. No, my sweet gumdrop. Oh god, that's not correct, but I'm gonna go with it. No, my sweet gumdrop. I'm sure they're fine. After all, they've been bandaged. You are fine, right? Actually, looks concerned.
They had potions at the hospital. It's fine.
See, they went to the hospital. They'll be fine. As he's slowly trying to get Alamola away from you all, especially Tucker. Oh, but Croaky, they're special guests. We should do something. I'm sure it's fine. No, they're leaving today. Oh, but we should probably get them some food or something. Croaky, please. He gives a thumbs up to you all as he's continuing to move Alamola Mola away. No, my sweet Mola Mola. They're going to be okay. They're pioneers. They get into scrapes all the time.
Oh yeah, we're super tough.
Tucker kind of just quietly says along the way,
Well, we wouldn't mind some rations before we leave.
he kind of perked up at the food comment.
Oh, Croaky, you hear that? Oh, I'm going to go get all the extra food right now. I mean,
Yeah, it sounds
just gonna
good.
throw it away, or, you know, eat it themselves. I'm sure we can make a couple of to-go bags.
Tucker looks appreciative. Tucker may have eaten a very, very large meatball, but then he had many fights, so he's probably able to eat food again. Also, I don't believe we have any rations for the road, so if I recall. We have many things.
Well, you
Food is not
guys-
one of them.
While you guys continue to chat with them, Ryda's going to clearly walk away to head up to Lyre.
That's fair. Tucker's probably going to stay down since he's picking up some takeout. Yay!
Lyre and Justin are in Lyre's room, since that's what it's appropriate to call at the moment. So yes, getting Lyre is a great idea, thank you.
Yep. If I can find him. Let's see. There, I found him. Yay.
The bean.
The precious bean.
Is everybody going up with... Right?
Yeah, well,
Kyrio stepped away.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry for the lack of comments.
Definitely. I'd definitely go.
Okay.
Do it, Joe, like,
Goodness, doing all sorts of voices that are hard on my throat today.
Aw.
yeah, jump later. Yes, we go and say hi to him. Hopefully he had fun.
Well, how's Johnson doing?
Oh, I figured I was going to wait until Kyrio came back.
Oh, that's fair. Actually, yeah, that's fair.
Which
I just sat down.
Oh, hello.
Wonderful.
Hello.
Did you go up or did you stay down for the takeout like Tucker? Did you, so some people went up to see how Lyre and Johnson are doing. Tucker stayed down since he's apparently picking up food.
Oh, okay.
So-
I guess I'll go up too.
Okay.
Oh, Tucker is going to have, like, 5 doggy bags of food foisted upon him.
It's heavy, but it's tasty. It's okay.
It's going to smell so good. It's going to be hard for you to not want to eat it.
Slobber. Because of the mouthwateriness.
Roll to resist eating food.
Jocelyn is the one that answers the door, though. He sort of peeks out and then opens it up.
Oh, well, you're back. Good to see you, mostly okay.
He backs up.
Survive.
He backs up so y'all can actually get inside the room. Lyra's there, just sort of nestled down, being a deer loaf.
So, did you guys have fun?
Sort of.
Like, flicks a look at Ryda.
We didn't do terribly much while you were away. Mostly just, well, they had a Mushana game in the drawer.
Which, for reference, is supposed to be Purchasey.
Nice. We had quite the eventful outing.
I can see that. Should I be worried, or was that brief, very violent thunderstorm just not worth mentioning?
Yeah, it's probably fine.
Oh,
But yeah,
good.
you can read all about our adventure in probably tomorrow or the next day's newspaper, I'm sure.
Why am I more concerned hearing that, Rule?
It's fine. It's been a long day. We took care of it. Just leave it at that.
Well, I mean, if I have a place to keep you, I'd offer, but it doesn't exactly house very many. And I don't think some of you can breathe water.
Now we had to return those.
Shame. Well, maybe one day I can let you tour my little house. I do have a land portion, but it's not exactly large enough for everybody.
It'd be nice to visit. But we're leaving today anyway.
Oh, right.
Shuffles over to Lyre.
Well, it was very nice seeing you, Lyre. Don't forget to write.
Lyre stands up and just gently sort of paws at them with a hoof, smiling.
Aw.
I'm like that, you know I am. In my wire room, I'm ill.
Jocelyn. They seem very amused.
I hope that was a good thing. Anyway, I'll just get out of your hair, or frills and things.
As he nervously, like, holding his arms out as he tries to just sort of sidle past you all out the door.
As he's leaving, Ryda will speak up. Jocelyn.
Freezes, shudders a bit.
Yes?
I appreciate you looking after Lyre. Thank you.
He relaxes slightly.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. maybe next time you visit, whenever that might be, hopefully soon.
Says the NPC as the storyteller's like, no.
Brooke will say,
Highly
hey.
doubt it, but we shall see.
No, don't
Brooke will
worry,
say,
we'll
hey,
come
if you
back
ever
real
want-
soon.
Sorry, go on, Kyrio.
Brooke's gonna say, and hey, if you ever want to visit Liar, you know where to find us.
Maybe I could take a break from the arena. Maybe. If my schedule clears. And I can get the vacation approved.
We will definitely be back over here to visit you the very moment some distracting tangent crosses our path.
That sounds wonderful.
He tries to smile as he backs out the door slowly, shutting it as he goes.
What a delightful crocodile. The second coolest crocodile I know. Well,
very
we
kind.
better be hitting that old dusty trail.
Liar stretches. They seem to be ready to go whenever you are.
Alright, I guess we're heading to V's Cafe then.
You all are going to find Tucker down on the ground floor. In his mouth is a doggy bag of food for each of you.
Alright, way to go, Tucker.
Tucker is wagging because the aromas are right at his nose. He offers everyone a portion, so everybody can carry their own.
Tasty.
There's even one for Liar.
Yeah.
How
It is
thoughtful.
entirely salad.
How thoughtful.
Right. So I believe you all were going to go see V at the cafe, yes?
Hmm. V should be, if I recall, V was gonna meet up with us, but you know, whoever
Oh,
meets
right,
who. But
I wasn't sure.
if I recall, V was completely like gonna be ready to go when we approached them today, or something. I don't remember the exact details. It's been a little bit.
It's been a little bit, I can't remember.
But basically, they should be ready for traveling and eager to pursue their own objective with us involved. It has been a little while since that conversation. I don't know how many episodes it's been, actually, since the last conversation with V. Side quest being... where's our side quest record, actually?
Somewhere.
It's over here. Yeah, V
Yes.
said... Yeah, V originally sent us a letter. Basically, hey, I have some business I'd like to involve you in, and then I think Tucker specifically visited him during this day at Sea Spray, and it was all arranged that V would be ready to go with us as we leave, so that we could also do a sidetrack trip to do their thing before heading back to Savanta. I believe I got that right.
Yep. Also, I don't know that bothering Luxray is still a side quest anymore.
What,
No,
what
that
was
was
that
just-
even
that
there
was-
for?
That was to find out how to fix Shane.
All right, we did.
And-
Yeah, that's what's crossed off
yeah.
then.
That led to the whole dragon thing and all.
The side quest that led into story.
Yeah.
Woo.
Looks like you talked to V and episode 114.
Wow, it's been a while. That's 10 episodes ago.
That was 10 episodes ago. Wow. Okay.
Hey, it's Esther. Hey there. But
one time in we sequence broke with a side quest. At the end of the session, I'll go into it. We
performed
didn't,
a
but like
glitch on a
different
tabletop game. Interesting. Sequence breaks.
Yeah. Well, me and my D&D group, we sequence broke the story inadvertently with a side quest.
Oh, you mean a different game? Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
It's like I don't remember doing that. Okay.
You know what? I'm actually going to look at summary and give people a chance to stretch and get drinks.
That's fair. It's been a little while, so it might be good to recap what V wanted. Anyways, so
V found an estate from, like, quote-unquote settlers that came over and was abandoned because they thought they could help civilize the continent. And boy, were they wrong, but the estate is still there. It's just been abandoned for years, and there might be valuable stuff inside.
And look at the map, I believe it's just somewhere that's not super out of the way on the trip back.
It's in the direction of the blah blah blah. Sorry, Esther Rock.
Oh wait, no, that must be the blue dot. I assume that's the blue dot. There's a blue dot on the map.
Yes, it is the blue dot.
Okay, it's the blue dot.
So
actually, it actually is quite the detour,
it is
but
fairly out of the way.
Nonetheless,
it is much closer to the Gallantry than it is to Savantown. It would almost be easier to convince V to head to Savantown and then go there.
It might make sense to stop by there first. We could do that.
I'd like to stop by Savantown, if only to get that sword knife thing made.
Drop off some resources.
Maybe get paid.
maybe get paid. We are kind of a little strapped, so for cash. So.
Report to Pengoro. Hey Pengoro, we stopped the mob. We stopped the mob drinking sea spray. Okay, we're going out again. Bye.
Yeah, I don't see why that would be hard to convince V. It's barely much of a detour from his objective at that point, so also kind of makes sense.
So, V understands we get paid by the hour, right? I mean, we don't. He don't know that.
Let's see. I'm not seeing anything about telling V. I do remember them saying like they would be ready, but I don't remember if they said they'd be ready at like the entrance of town today after a certain point.
I don't believe there were any specifics on that. If you can't find any of that, I doubt there was any. Actually, I'm gonna update that. Take your time, by the way. It's fine. I'm actually switch out a model too. We have the original V was the old model that doesn't animate, so I'm gonna switch it.
That works for me. But yeah, if you drop by Cafe V, V will be there, though you will be greeted at the host podium instead by Umbreon.
That's a broken model. Never mind then. Okay. I'm very confused for a moment. I'm good. Tucker will walk in because he kind of knows the place best. He'll probably lead. And he will greet... you said Umbreon?
Yep.
He'll greet Umbreon.
Hey, Umbreon. We're here to pick up V if he's ready for his trip.
Hey, Tucker. Oh. Huh. That must be why he's got that ginormous bag. Alright. Come on. They're in their office. They spare a look at the rest of the team. You all can come too, you know.
Yeah, sweet.
Sylveon, please. I'm a little busy here. You have ribbons. You can do 2 things at once. Sylveon grumbles about a certain coffee addict.
Tucker heads to the office, knowing where it is, probably.
But yeah. Umbreon will lead you to the office, just fine. They don't even bother knocking on the door, they just push it open. V. Your team of misfits you ordered is here. They say it in a good-natured manner.
Tucker has a completely positive reaction, starting to have already knowing their personalities fairly well at this point, the workers.
Oh good, you guys are here. They poke their head out from behind of a very large backpack that's just sitting on their desk. I am ready to go.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff.
Can't be too prepared. Also, it means I have so much space.
They have the money glint in their eye.
Oh, I see. A lot of pockets, I guess.
So many pockets. I spent extra for those pockets. I'm going to use them.
Tucker looks unconvinced that V could carry that, though. And he does have a discerning eye that makes it clear that he's questioning that.
I don't know if my teammates would want to carry all that. I mean, maybe if you pay them.
Oh, no, it's totally fine. I got this. And they hop up onto the desk. And they disappear behind the bag. 1, 2. As they slowly lift the bag, wobbling, it completely looms over them like a boulder.
Wow, it's not even full yet. Well, I guess you got it.
It looks like it would be full.
And Leafeon said I was crazy for getting a bag this big.
I still think you are.
Well, if you ever get tired, just know that we will only charge, we'll say, 25 poke a mile to carry it for you.
I forgot that you could drive a bargain.
Negotiable price. Just throwing a number out there.
We'll see. Just remember, you don't get paid if I get crushed.
And they just tiptoe to the edge of the desk, and then they make to jump, and just thump. They tilt forward and land. They are completely off their feet and upside down right now. Their ears do touch the ground, which they twitch a bit.
Okay. I think I can... It slowly leans backward. Wait, no. And now they are just like a turtle.
Like an upside down turtle. Tucker will give a little shrug, looking to the team, and since they're not as familiar with V, he will simply express,
You can't bite off more than you can chew.
and will go then to walk to the side of the bag and start nudging it to get him back on his feet.
The Eevee is like flailing their limbs around, trying to rock the bag so he can get back on his feet.
I have bitten off exactly as much as I can chew, Tucker. Thank you very much. This is why I asked for your help.
Alright. I'm gonna pick up the bag, feel how much it weighs. I'm sure I'm strong enough to.
Oh, you are more than strong enough.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like put it over my other shoulder, which whenever doesn't have my bag.
To Brooke, it is super light. To Rita, who has more of like an average amount of strength, they wouldn't be able to lift it.
Tucker would probably present about the same issue of it as V. Probably Tucker's a little more hardy, but hurdling is possible.
Tucker has enough strength that it would be heavy on you and weigh you down. Same for Brooke, but Ralph is probably the one who can handle it just fine.
The weight distribution is a little more friendly for a biped than it is for a quadruped on something like this.
Yeah, your problem would be more leverage than anything else.
Like, otherwise, it's for V or Tucker, it's just squishing us into the ground. So, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. Now we march for the estate.
I wonder if this one will be haunted like the last one we went to.
You went to a haunted house? Big sparkly eyes.
Oh yeah, it was super cool.
Is it up for grabs?
It's in the seamstress's territory.
That's not a fight you can win.
Just the minute the seamstress is mentioned, their ears fall back and they go, oh.
Competition. Not the kind I enjoy. Yeah, she is a little bit scary. But we got on her good side at least. I mean, you're alive, so I guess that's a thing.
Tucker slightly wags. Gay living.
I'm happy to be alive.
Would Brooke bring up the detour to Savannah?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll mention that this is quite the trip, and he would like to make a stop at Savannah for supplies and such.
Rita has whispered to Brooke.
Ooh.
I don't know if Hydra is unable to talk at the moment.
Mike's being weird too.
Oh, okay. But Rita whispers to Brooke, why are we helping this one again?
Somewhat fair question, admittedly. Especially if you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, they aren't very familiar with V.
Yeah. Actually, would this be their first meeting?
I believe so.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
I think we ran into one of the employees while me and Ralph were investigating, like on the street, but I don't think I directly met V.
Umbreon. They were on vacation. They were supposed to stay on vacation.
Probably doing the employees of service, taking V out of there for a bit.
Brooke Whisper, we're pioneers, we were hired. Also, they're Tucker's friends, so there's no harm in doing them a favor.
Rita will nod.
Also, technically, we are strapped for cash, and V is known to have that, so...
V has lots of cash that they don't like to part with, but they are willing to. In this case.
Call it an investment.
I mean, that's what I'm calling this venture to justify it to myself and my insatiable need to have every shiny coin in existence. Except for the ones you're paying us, that is. Honestly, I might be paying you in art and luxuries that come from the estate. I mean, if I'm gonna renovate it, I'm probably going to have to get rid of a bunch of stuff.
We'll see about that.
Well, if we're all ready, I suppose we should get on.
Yep. V very
Yeah, we're going.
impatiently is beginning to head for the exit.
Yeah, I'm
Did they
gonna
answer
follow.
whether or not the detour is fine, by the way?
Oh
What
yeah,
about
I don't think V ever responded to the detour statement about going to Savon first.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, y'all. My brain is starting to scatter.
It's
getting late.
okay. It's all right.
Oh yeah, it is 7
Mm,
over here, so yeah.
I apologize.
I can see Ralph musing. Say, what are the chances that part of our compensation is free unlimited lifetime service?
0 to negative.
V does not even look back at Ralph. They just say that with the cheeriest smile on their face.
You might get a cookie instead.
It's like like giving Ralph unlimited free service. Wait.
Tucker quips in response to all that.
Oh, Ralph, you should see how he was about free people asking for free samples.
No free samples! They say as they pass by some customers.
They stop, turn their head with a slightly unsettling, cartoony crack sound.
Brian.
Yes, boss. They sip a mug that says I'm on vacation.
No free samples.
I know your policy about samples.
I am so sorry to interrupt your vacation.
I'm going to be taking extra vacation when you come back.
If I come back, if I die, then this place is probably going to go to one of you.
You left any of us in your will?
You think I have a will.
I mean, if ownership defaults, me and Sylveon are going to keep it.
I'm sorry, what?
That's Sylveon, by the way. I mean, you look good in a maid outfit.
Sylveon has this very strained smile going on right now.
Tucker nods to that last comment.
Alright, let's get your boss out of here.
Yep, before this becomes a jab contest, which you know I'll win.
Sure, sips from mug.
As you nudge V out of their establishment.
And you all head out of Savan Town.
We did it in one session, guys.
Weapon
You
free
left.
and the sea spray.
V seems to have forgotten about it, but when Brooke brings it up again, because I assume Brooke's going to bring it up again, they're going to groan and complain, but they will go fine, as long as it doesn't take too long, in regards to the detour thing.
Yeah, okay.
And, because I am getting a little dizzy at the moment.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna call the session now, even though it's a bit early to do so.
I mean, we're leaving town. This seems like a good solid.
Yeah, it works fine, yeah.
Also, not all of, I can tell you very honestly that I'm not at full capacity either. I haven't been for a while, so I'm okay with stopping here.
Yeah, today's session is taking quite a bit out of me. So
I mean, there's so much voice acting, so I hope your dizziness is just because you've been talking so much and nothing else.
I hope so. Or also because tired.
Yeah.
So
Everybody get your 2 XP for the session.
Okay.
And I'm probably going to pop off way more immediately than I normally would.
No, that's fine.
Thank you, everyone, for the lovely session. Thank you, audience, for being so patient and waiting for our next session to pop up. I look forward to running for you guys next time.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You sleep well, feel better, and yeah. Thank you very much
See
for
you
this
later.
Have a good night, everyone.
You too. Now, is anybody having trouble adding XP to their form? I always ask that.
Yeah, I added. I believe I'm going to save up 4.
Oh, everybody's equally as tired. Everybody just immediately left. That's fine. I was going to ask, like, if you guys want to do anything with your okay, no, you don't want to do anything with your sheets. All right, gotcha.
No, I'm saving up for Giga Impact.
Oh, wait, Giga Impact. Let me look at your form. What is that? What's that cost? Oh, 57, I see. Oh, you're very close to this point. You need, like, 2 more sessions, or maybe 1 if there's some combat or something.
Yeah.
I had mine before I left. Okay, good. Just making sure everybody's good. I have not saved the table this entire... Gosh dang, I'm saving it on Guild. I'm saving it absolutely on Guild. It has been a little while since last session because I have no April saves, which is... Well, to be fair, we just left April, but still. There, new save. Okay. Well, this was a nice session, guys. I suppose I will... Actually, yeah, I guess I'll do my outro in a second here. Hydra and Tubby, you guys also have a good night. I see you're the ones who rated the call, so... thanks for playing with me today. It was good fun. I think they're dead, audience. They're in the call, but good night, guys. I'm going to leave the call now, is what I was trying to get to. Alright, well, I think they stepped away out, but didn't leave the call or something. Or game crash. Well, hopefully not a game crash. Hydra's like, okay, they didn't have a crash. Never mind. Tubby may have just stepped away, given that the game was short, ending, but I still gotta do an outro. So before I fully do an outro, just give me a minute because I would like to look at my form here. I have a whole 86 experience, and I'm wondering if I should spend it. I typically don't really use my experience very often, mostly because when it becomes time to use experience, it's like that's the end of the session, and I don't want to drag out the end of the video, you know. So I don't usually spend my experience to make for a better video outro, which isn't really a great reason because I should care about actually, you know, building the character too. But let's see. It is so weird. The Puccina learns Sucker Punch when Puccina does not have hand. Puccina has paw. That would be Sucker Paw, not Sucker Punch. You can't punch with a paw. You can bap with a paw. So I guess Sucker Bap. But anyways, phonetics. So he's looking forward to another half year in a sea spray in 2026. I feel like we'll stop by there again in 2025 at least. I'm not really interested in grabbing new moves with Tucker because Tucker has been learning specialty moves. Well, he's been learning new moves on this sheet. It's just not... He's been learning the question mark ones. Fire, Ice, Thunder. I'm very happy he grabbed the whole trifecta now. Next, I want him to learn some more ones, because there are some other Fang moves. I forget exactly how many Pokemon Fang moves there are. I always misplace that. But I know there's some other ones. Well, technically Super Fang technically counts. I don't know if it's really part of the Fang move set exactly, but it does kind of. Huh. So I'm just realizing that Super Fang can be used with the second move of a Pokemon Contest combination. The user gains 2 bonus of heal points. If Scary Face was used in the previous turn, I did not realize it had a synergy with that. Huh. Interesting. Psychic Fang is one. I believe Poison Fang is another one. If and I recall. Poison Fang, Psychic Fang, Hyper Fang. Oh yeah, there's also Dragon Fang. Wait, that's a move. That's not a move, that's an item. Dragon Fang, not actually a move, it's an item. So Tucker needs to acquire Poison Fang, Psychic Fang, Hyper Fang, and then just hold on to a Dragon Fang, I guess, just to kind of... I don't know, why not? Oh, and a Razor Fang, of course. You just hold on to one of those, too. Gotta have every Fang, whether it's a move or not. Man, you know, it feels like you could take Razor Fang or Dragon Fang move items and, like, put them in a slot, in, you know, an empty slot in your mouth if you got a missing tooth or something. Put it in there, and then there you go, it's a move now. But my musings aside, I don't think I really have too much to do with Tucker's sheet at the moment. The main thing was I have all these hold items. I think what Tucker probably wants to put on as a hold item is the Pearson. +2 alert is actually kind of really nice. Tucker does rely on his alert when he's like sniffing things out and, you know, trying to use the senses. So I feel like +2 alert would be actually quite nice. But he needs to get that refashioned, and also he needs to get it fitted for his ears, so... If you put Tucker on a leash, he'll be a chain chomp. I mean, sort of? Polygo's Claw, so Dragon Claw? I mean... I don't know. Doggo Nails, I mean... Actually, yeah, even... So, I mean, Poochinas are half Pooch and half Hyena. Pooches have nails. I'm pretty sure hyenas also have nails. That is not a claw, technically. So arguable. I wonder if anybody has any extra garments they picked up. Oh wait, no, I do have a garment. It's this one. The Getaway Booster. +4 evade, 1 a day. Oh, is that +4? I wonder if that's a +4 flat or a +4 dice. My evasion is next fight evade, because that's always how you roll it. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 2, so that's 8. So that'd be like 8 dice. I assume that adds a +4 dice. So that would really help with evasion. If I put that on Tucker. I'm thinking about that. Because Tucker wouldn't just put on anything. He put on something if he wants to wear it, in addition to if it benefits him. So these scarves he put on, easy choice. He likes the scarves, so their benefits are nice, and, well, they're scarves, so he wanted to wear them. So, I forget what this booster is. I forget what it was described as. Where is it? The Getaway Booster. I don't know. It's a garment item, but I don't know exactly what it is. I forget physically what it is. So I need to know to see if Tucker would actually put it on. Stupid ads. Stupid dog! I think I'll hold off on spending points, though, for now, because I can't really think of anything in particular. Tucker's main stats are all filled out. So it's all a matter of, like, fight, survival contest, and the specialty stats. And moves, and spending the experience on other things, like Logic Instinct can be spent on, too. And reducing private points can be spent. There's a few things that can be spent. But Bowtie, because they're cool, I mean his outfit, his cafe outfit has one. Look, why is there a little text thing here? This apparently says a name. Apparently, there we go, fixed it. But in any case, I shall end the stream now. This was a nice session. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think it was a nice return to form for the game. I don't know if we're going to have a session next week or if we're going to have a session in 2 weeks. I'll let you guys know when I know. I got to talk to the group about that. But I got some other important things to do that I'll probably be doing before that. So just hold off on that. You'll know when you know. So yeah, I gotta spend tomorrow. I'm gonna try to relax tomorrow, Thursday here, but I still gotta do something really important. So I've been doing a lot of stressful, important stuff, talking to people about heavy topics and matters and stuff, and just it's been an endless amount of work on like all of my off days for the last week or so, and I do hope it stops soon. I've done a lot of good, actually, but it's still like, it's just been rough. A lot of people needed help, you know? I'll put this back. I'm just sorting the table a little bit. Alright. Have a good night's sleep. Thank you. Thank you. I will when I sleep, at least. Not sure when I'm going to get tired at this point. I get tired random points at this point, because just being busy and stuff, like, I just kind of crash at random points now, so I should be okay, though. But in any case, I hope you guys did enjoy session 124 of Pokerole. 125 will be either this next week or the week after that. And I guess we'll see what adventures Team Cheer has. Well, probably at a fairly uneventful hike. We've done these hikes before. But with V on the team, I feel like things are going to be a little bit silly here and there. Very excitable V that bites off too much for himself. So that should be interesting. I guess we'll see what happens. We'll probably be in Southern Town next session unless something eventful happens on the trip out to there. And then we will probably be going to the mansion, the estate, I believe, that V is wanting us to go to, which I believe will be sort of a dungeon. So look forward to that. But anyways, thanks for watching today, guys. And I'll see you guys for more Pokerole very, very soon.